Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, this video will become the testimony because for the last 3 weeks I have been saying, and you can probably check out all of my videos, that the trend is changing, and you can see how the Wall Street trend has shifted, and irrespective of whatever is happening as far as the global economics, recession, geopolitics, inflation, central bank policies, volatility, you can see the stock market is popping up, and this is something which one must recognize. And it does not matter what your personal thinking is, it does not matter whether you believe somebody or not. What does matter, you have to respect the screen and the close price which you can see in front of you, and that's completely indicating that Dow Jones has already moved more than 3000 points, and all the other indices, at least for the time being, are in good shape or they are making firm basis. So with this positive note, let me welcome you all to another session of USA Weekly Market Report. And most importantly, the US market, and not only the US market, the global market is recognizing an outcome which goes in favor of, I think, Republicans as far as 2022 midterm elections is concerned, which is just 3 days away. So with this, let's start analyzing all the important events along with the stock market price movement in this particular video. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel yet, just hit on the subscription button. Also hit on the notification bell along with the all button to get my updated video notification. As you can see, after Twitter takeover, there are lots of big restructuring which has been happening, and it's not fair from my side to make any comments because there are lots of educated people from that particular field and they are working on it, so let them handle the issue. But as an observer, we must have the knowledge or at least an update about the event. We are going to talk about Dow Jones, obviously, in the market analysis part. Apart from that, let us see if there is any, I will definitely focus in this video most of the thing related to stock market only. Apart from that, and it's there are lots of comments, and if you open the business channel, what about the inflation, the dollar index, the geopolitics. But at the end of the day, market is always a future discounting machine, and it is discounted, it has already discounted all the probable events until and unless there is a black swan event which nobody knows, neither you neither I, so that's a different thing. And one most important thing that you may all have recognized, that now the interest rate hike doesn't have any impact on the stock market. It may create volatility which is intraday, but beyond couple of minutes here and there, you can't see anything. And you can go and probably check out my previous videos. I have been saying these things. So you must have the sense. You need not to be somebody who knows the in and outs. Nobody knows the in and out of the market, to 100%, but at least have a sense of it will be a great advantage. Now, talking about the market close, Dow Jones 1.26%, Nasdaq 1.28%, S&P you have 1.36%. Now in my last week's video, I have already talked about the long-term price chart and price target of S&P 500. You can you can particularly go to that video and check it out. Previously I thought that the big target would be 7,000 or in between 7 and 8,000 for S&P 500, but I have extended the chart based on the previous price performance, and there is no doubt that it may go towards or beyond 10,000 plus. Okay, so this is something which we need to look at. Now gold is back in action again, because 1680 was indeed the level that I have been looking for, and if it is trading above 1680-85, then obviously the upper end of the range will be 1900 and 2000. So there will be a big swing if stock market started rallying. So does the commodity prices, because cheap dollar have an impact. Whether it is a demand driven or not, that's a different thing, but what I'm talking about is completely based on market price movement. VIX has started falling. Previously it was somewhere near 25. In this week also it is less than 25, so this is a great thing. And if it moves or started its journey towards 20, I would say it would be phenomenal for the stock market. Apart from that, in my last week's video, I have talked about this thing, specifically the 3-month and the 30-year, where they were literally closed. The 3-month and the 30-year yield were literally closed, and for 1 or 2 days, the 3-month actually crossed 30 years yield, which gives you an indication that recession is on the horizon. Whether somebody believes it or not, it has happened. This simple chart can show you the recession and the price movement, yield movement simultaneously. Apart from that, the US dollar index, it is trading in between 109 111, and if by Tuesday, or most specifically Wednesday, we get to know which way the market will move, because a win by Republican will crash the dollar by 3 to 4 points, and that implies a big price rally or market rally, not only in US or the Wall Street, but across the globe. So this is something which we need to look for. So let's start our analysis with the dollar index itself, and here we are, the hourly chart. You can clearly see it has literally crashed from 113 to 110, and it has happened after the Fed event. So you can understand that the product is something else, but the underlying derivatives is giving you, or the underlying story is completely different. And the support that we are looking here is 109. If it falls below 109, then obviously, let me show it to you. If dollar index falls below 109, downside will open up towards 101. So that implies a huge, or I would say a humongous short covering in the global stock market. And that's why I've been saying this thing again and again and again, that don't try to be an arrogant person. Don't try to be somebody who do not understand the flow of the river, and don't try to swim against the current, because at the end of the day you can shout, but if you are wrong with your intent and with your positions, you wanna lose your money. Okay, and it does not matter whether you shout or don't shout. So if you don't understand, don't try to brag, and don't try to go against the market. Okay, now the next chart that we are going to look at will be Nasdaq. Generally I look at Nasdaq in the later part of the analysis, or somewhere I don't analyze Nasdaq. But why I am analyzing Nasdaq on priority basis is because this is highly rate sensitive, and the kind of stock this index possess are highly dependent on interest rate movements or easy money that is floating in the system. And if dollar index started falling down, you will see The big momentum will push Nasdaq like anything. So focus on your support level and your stop loss. So 10,100 will be the stop loss, and if Nasdaq started trading above 10,580 or 10,600, the next couple of targets will be 11,200, then 11,380, 384, and then 13,200 or 300. So let us just keep ourselves in this particular range for the next week, and let us see what will happen, because there are some indication, and I don't talk about much indication, but the dollar index is definitely indicating that there are some big things that is about to happen, and that's already been started. So don't try to do some things which you don't understand. Okay, then talking about the gold futures, you can clearly see that there is a particular range, and I've been saying this thing again and again. So it's completely gone in consolidation, and it will consolidate for some more time, but even within the range you can get your trading swing if you are sharp enough. So here we are. Here we have. So on the downside you have 1677 or 1680, as I told you. Then on the upside 1878, 1926, and we have $2,000 as our trading swing. Okay, I don't want to go beyond the range, but this is what we have here as far as the next couple of swings, with a stop loss of 1677. Let's talk about VIX, because it is one of those sections which is very important to understand. And you can see in the weekly chart VIX started cooling off, and the indicators are indicating the same, okay, in the monthly as well as in the weekly chart, which simply means that if everything goes right except this geopolitical and war rhetoric across the globe, okay, if things settles down, and I will hope and pray for that, then volatility will surely come down, and the range in the long term that we are going to focus at is this highlighted section, okay, which means it has tested the upper end of the range, which was 38 and 32, and slowly but steadily it will move down towards 14, and then 10.39, and then towards 9 if things were extremely favorable for the global equity market. So the moral of the story is equity market is at the cusp of another bull run. If you have any doubt, just wait and watch. And if you are a bear, which most of the people are, then try not to participate. And once FOMO grips in, what you can buy at $1, couple of months back you gonna buy the same at 10 or 15 or $20, and that's the psyche you need to understand. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.